This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, attended the events of the inaugural Happiness Journey, which included the Happiness Walk from the Dubai Water Canal over to the Box Park and back. The event was held as a part of the UAE celebrations to mark the International Day of Happiness on the 20th of March. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed toured the education and cultural activities that attracted families and children from different nationalities and cultures, and was accompanied by Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Gargawi, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs and the Future, and Ahoud bint Khalfan Al Rumi, the Minister of State for Happiness. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed also attended part of a lecture by Dr. Robert Waldinger, the Director of the Harvard Study of Adult Development at Harvard University, who revealed the results of the university's 75-year study on human happiness. Ahoud Al-Rumi explained the objectives of the event that focuses on values of happiness such as mindfulness, positivity, gratitude, giving, and good, healthy relationships. The UAE has reiterated its support to ongoing international efforts to fight and eradicate drugs in the lead-up to the 60th session of the Commission on Narcotic Drugs over in Vienna. The UAE stated on the occasion that it has achieved positive results in the fight against drugs at a national level, given the reduction in the number of drug addicts over the past years. The same levels were maintained during 2016, when confiscation operations rose by 25% over the previous year. Delivering the UAE's speech, Colonel Saeed Abdullah Al-Suwaidi, the Director General of the Anti-Narcotics Federal General Directorate of the Ministry of Interior, stated that the UAE, in light of an overall national strategy, has adopted 26 operational indicators to assess the progress of performance that has been made in the fight against drugs at all sectors, based on a shared responsibility to protect society. Mata Al-Taya, the Director General and Chairman of the Board of Executive Directors of the Road and Transport Authority, has announced that the RTA has completed road construction work on 16 residential districts of Dubai at a total cost of 835 million dirhams. This April, the RTA will open new internal roads at Al Mamzar and Al Nada 1, costing 118 million dirhams. And the work is ongoing on the roads at Al Nada Al Shiba 4 at a cost of 89 million dirhams, which is set for completion by the end of this year. The projects are a part of the 5-year plan 2012 to 2016, endorsed by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, in order to construct internal roads in a number of Dubai neighbourhoods at a total cost of around 1 billion dirhams. Al-Taya added that next month the RTA will open the internal roads project at Al Mamza and Nada 1, which comprises of 4 districts, north and south of Cairo Street, District 134, and north and south of Baghdad Street, District 231, at a total cost of 118 million dirhams. As nearly 50% of women in the UAE face issues related to infertility, experts attending the 6th UAE Reproductive Symposium in Dubai revealed how the latest technologies in genetic screening are helping UAE couples and ensuring a healthy new generation in the country. With reports suggesting that infertility affects 15% of the global population of reproductive age, which is even higher in the Middle East, doctors and fertility experts highlighted that changing lifestyle conditions, delayed pregnancies, and fertility disorders are some of the factors driving growth. While discussing the new techniques and clinical challenges in reproductive medicine and in vitro fertilization, it was revealed that new technologies in pre-implantation genetic screening has helped nearly 3,500 women with successful pregnancies over the last 3 years. As the percentage of women suffering from infertility conditions is high in the Middle East, doctors attributed sedentary lifestyles, smoking, obesity, delayed pregnancies, and vitamin D deficiencies as some of the factors driving infertility cases in the region. With new technologies allowing the genetic testing of embryos possible, doctors stress that highly advanced genetic tests can help prevent the risks of having a baby with genetic disorders. And it is highly recommended to all couples naturally or going through IVF to avoid the possibility of genetic diseases being transferred to their children. The two-day symposium, which attracted many gynecologists, urologists and embryologists, also focused their attention on high-risk pregnancies and fetal heart examinations.
Every year there is new things happening. The culture systems have improved, the incubators have improved, the needles that we use have improved, the embryoscope, which is like the video tracking of the embryo, has really given us hints on which embryos to put back. And most importantly, there is a lot of advancement in genetic testing of the embryos, which tells us this embryo is healthy, put it back. This embryo is not healthy, you cannot put it back. And this has really sifted out the bad embryos and given us a healthy number of deliveries, which is over 5,000 deliveries so far in the past 3 years.
Dubai Municipality's Food Safety Department has outlined new nutritional guidelines for schools in order to help encourage pupils to make healthier food choices. The move comes as doctors are warning against junk food addictions and are calling for schools to overhaul their canteen menus to help with the country's obesity problem. Studies show more than 34% of children in the UAE are either obese or overweight. And experts are calling for a change across society, including in schools, as unhealthy food is easily accessible and it's also cheap. Experts were quoted saying that studies show that poor nutrition is related to poor performance, both mentally and physically at school and later in life, and that obese diabetics are not as confident in their abilities. The mall at the World Trade Center over in Abu Dhabi has partnered up with Wanna Read, which is a charity led by Sheikh Shama bin Sultan bin Khalifa Al Nahyan. The collaboration is celebrating the UAE's year of giving by hosting its first charitable pre-loved stories and book fair, encouraging everyone to share their love of literacy. Book donation boxes are being rolled out within Magurdis from the 1st of March until the 5th of April, and visitors are being encouraged to share your book under the hashtag in order to benefit others. According to a statement, Wanna Read provides books and lets volunteers read to children in hospitals throughout the UAE. And over the past 4 years, Wanna Read has supported the rehabilitation process through education. The mall at the WTCAD and Wanna Read will also host a second pre-loved stories and book fair from the 13th to the 15th of April this year, featuring special appearances by notable Arabic authors. And finally, looking to other news now, the Pink Caravan ride this year screened 1,108 people for breast cancer, the highest ever figure in its 7-year history. The convoy was made up of 100 horse riders and more than 70 volunteers, which screened 5,991 women and 1,117 men, and out of which 1,583 were UAE nationals. The people who were screened were checked at 123 clinics operating out of the 7 Emirates by a team of 65 medical experts. The latest figures also show that the Pink Caravan has offered a total of 48,499 free clinical examinations since its inception back in 2011. The closing ceremony of the campaign this year was held at the Zayed Sports City in Abu Dhabi in the presence of Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, the Minister of Culture and Knowledge Development. Other senior officials also attended, and the chairperson, Reem bin Karam, dedicated this year's ride to her sister who died last year.